Ever dreamed of walking through a forest of towering bamboo, or standing at the foot of a snow-capped mountain that seems to touch the clouds? What if I told you there's a place where ancient castles and neon-lit streets exist side by side, where tradition and future collide in the most beautiful way possible? Welcome to Japan 2025, where every corner tells a story and every journey becomes an adventure. But isn't Japan just Tokyo and sushi? I hear you thinking. Well, buckle up, because I'm about to show you why Japan is so much more than that. From volcanic landscapes that look like they're from another planet to tropical islands that rival the Maldives, Japan is full of surprises. And the best part? These places are more accessible than ever in 2025, with new transportation options and tourist-friendly facilities making your dream Japanese adventure totally achievable. Let's start our journey with the granddaddy of them all, Mount Fuji. But here's something most tourists don't know. While everyone tries to photograph Fuji from the overcrowded Lake Kawaguchi, the locals prefer the quieter Lake Saiko for that perfect reflection shot. Standing at 3,776 meters, Fujisan isn't just Japan's highest mountain, it's a spiritual symbol that's inspired artists and poets for centuries. Want to know the best time to visit? While summer brings crowds of climbers, early spring offers cherry blossoms framing your Fuji photos, and winter gives you crystal clear views without the tourist rush. If you're loving these insider tips, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, which view of Mount Fuji would you prefer, with cherry blossoms or snow? Next up, we're diving into the controlled chaos that is Tokyo, but forget the typical tourist traps. Sure, Shibuya Crossing is impressive, but let me tell you about the hidden gem that is Shimokitazawa, where vintage shops and indie cafes create a vibe that's more local Tokyo than you'll ever find in guidebooks. And here's a pro tip: while everyone rushes to Sensoji at noon, visit at dawn when the morning light hits the pagoda and you'll have this ancient temple almost to yourself. Speaking of peaceful moments, let's talk about the Arashiyama Bamboo Forest. You know those photos you've seen on Instagram? Well, they were probably taken at 5 a.m. But here's what makes this place truly special: the sound. When the wind blows through the bamboo, it creates a sound so unique that Japan has officially designated it as one of the country's 100 soundscapes. How cool is that? If you're enjoying this journey through Japan's most incredible places, hit subscribe and ring that bell. You don't want to miss our upcoming video about Japan's hidden food scenes. Now let me transport you to Himeji Castle. While most castles in Japan have been rebuilt, this white heron has survived everything from wars to earthquakes. It's not just about the architecture. The castle's defensive design is so clever that even modern military experts study it. Did you know there are hidden holes for dropping stones on invaders? Talk about medieval home security. Let's venture off the beaten path to Kiso Valley, where time seems to have stopped in the Edo period. Walking the ancient post towns like Narayajuku isn't just a trip through space, it's a trip through time. Imagine merchants from centuries ago walking these same streets, resting at the same inns where you can stay tonight. History buffs, this one's for you. Check out our playlist on Japan's hidden historical gems for more fascinating stories. How about trading ancient streets for tropical beaches? Ishigaki Island is Japan's answer to the Maldives, but with a twist. Where else can you go snorkeling in the morning and eat world-class sushi for lunch? The limestone caves here hide secrets from World War II, and the local Star Sand Beach, yes, star-shaped sand, will make your Instagram followers think you're on another planet. Speaking of unique places, let's talk about Miyajima, where deer bow for cookies and gates seem to float on water. The famous Torii Gate of Itsukushima Shrine is getting a fresh coat of vermilion paint for 2025, making it more photogenic than ever. But here's the local secret: visit during the autumn festival when hundreds of lanterns illuminate the shrine, and you'll see why this island is considered sacred. Shirakawa Go looks like it jumped straight out of a fairy tale, especially when snow blankets its traditional thatched roof houses. But summer here has its own magic. The rice fields around the village create natural mirrors that reflect the sky, turning the whole valley into an artist's canvas. For castle enthusiasts, Shikoku's Matsuyama Castle offers something special. It's one of only 12 original castles still standing in Japan. The island of Shikoku itself is like Japan in miniature, with hot springs, udon noodles, and pilgrimage trails that make you feel like you've discovered a secret version of Japan that most tourists never see. Finally, we're ending with a bang at Mount Aso. Literally, this active volcano features one of the world's largest calderas, so massive that entire villages fit inside beside it. The surrounding grasslands are maintained by traditional controlled burns, creating a landscape that changes colors with every season. But here's what makes Mount Aso truly special. It's one of the few places in Japan where you can witness the ancient practice of yakihata farming, where local farmers use controlled fires to maintain the grasslands just as their ancestors did centuries ago. Let me share some practical tips that could save you time and money at these destinations. For Mount Fuji, most people don't realize that the Fuji 5 Lakes region offers free viewing spots that rival any paid observation deck. The Chureito Pagoda especially provides that iconic shot of the pagoda framed with Fuji in the background, and it only costs 400 yen to enter. And if you're serious about photography, plan your visit during early February for the Diamond Fuji phenomenon, when the rising sun sits perfectly at Fuji's peak. When it comes to Tokyo, here's something many travelers miss. The city's ward offices often have free observation decks that offer views just as spectacular as the expensive tourist spots. The Bunkyo Civic Center, for example, gives you an unobstructed view of Mount Fuji on clear days, completely free. And for those interested in Japan's pop culture, time your visit to coincide with seasonal festivals in Akihabara, where the streets transform into a paradise of anime and gaming culture. Here's a fascinating detail about Himeji Castle that most guides won't tell you. The castle's brilliant white exterior isn't just for show. The plaster walls contain rice paste and shell lime, making them naturally fire resistant and earthquake proof. This traditional building technique is still being studied by modern architects. Plus, if you visit during the cherry blossom season, you can witness a special illumination event where the castle is lit up in different colors, creating a magical atmosphere that seems straight out of a fairy tale. For those planning to visit Shirakawa-go, here's an insider secret. While most tourists come for day trips, the village offers overnight stays in these traditional houses called minshuku. During winter evenings, the village holds special light-up events where the snow-covered thatched roofs are illuminated, creating a scene that looks like it's straight out of a winter wonderland. But book well in advance. These experiences are incredibly popular with both domestic and international tourists. And let's talk about the hidden treasures of Ishigaki Island that most visitors miss. Beyond the famous beaches, the island is home to some of Japan's oldest pottery kilns, where you can try your hand at traditional Yayama pottery. The island's location also makes it perfect for stargazing. It's one of the few places in Japan where you can see the Southern Cross constellation. Local astronomers often hold nighttime beach sessions, combining star watching with traditional Ryukyu folklore about the constellations. These 10 destinations show you a Japan that's both timeless and ever-changing, where every visit reveals something new. Whether you're planning your first trip or your 10th, 2025 is the perfect time to discover these incredible places. Don't forget to hit subscribe and follow us at Destinasia for more Japanese travel secrets. Which of these places is going on your 2025 travel list? Let us know in the comments below. Remember, Japan isn't just a destination, it's countless adventures waiting to happen. Until next time, sayonara, travel lovers.